Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello students, welcome to second PUC English online class. Dear students, in today's class, let us read and discuss the 10th poem, that is Heaven If You Are Not Here on Earth by Kuvempu. Heaven If You Are Not Here on Earth by Kuvempu. Heaven if you are not here on earth, in the sense the Kannada translation of this poem is Swargave Bhumiyoliradire Neenu. Okay. Dear students, the poem is written by Kuvempu, I said. As you know, Kuvempu is the Kannada poet. He is widely known as Kuvempu and his full name is V Puttappa. Kuppalli Venkatappa Puttappa. He is acknowledged as the greatest poet of 20th century Kannada literature, and he is the first among 8 recipients of Jnanapita award for Kannada, and he is the second after M. Govindapai among Kannada poets to be revered as Rashtrakavi or a national poet. His work Sri Ramayana Darshana, the rewriting of the great ancient Indian epic in modern Kannada, is regarded as revival of the era of Mahakavya in the sense epic poetry in a contemporary form and charm. He is immortalized by some of his phrases and in particular for his contribution to universal humanism, or in his own words Vishwa Manavata Vada. He was conferred Padma Vibhushana by Government of India. He has penned the Karnataka state anthem. Which is the Karnataka state anthem? Yes, Jai Bharata Jananiya Tanujate. He is the poet of our state anthem, Jai Bharata Jananiya Tanujate. And such a beautiful poet has written this poem, that is Heaven If You Are Not Here on Earth. In the sense, here poet, he is makes us to understand that the earth or this world itself is heaven. Instead of searching the heaven in unknown places or just imagining the heaven is in the skies, searching in the skies, it is we have to enjoy and we have to experience that heaven on this earth. Okay, this world itself is heaven. What heaven promises, that is available on this earth. So the poet is giving a call, or he is asking us to enjoy the nature and to experience the heavenly bliss on this earth. So all of us, we strive, or our utmost aim is what? Have to achieve something, and after the death we want to go to heaven. And anybody has seen the heaven? No, nobody has seen, nobody has experienced, and nobody has told us about the heaven. Only that is our belief. We believe that there are there is God, goddesses, heavenly nymphs, etc. And it is a paradise. Everything we learn from the books, or we learn from our religious leaders, from our parents, etc. But nobody has seen. Everyone believes that there is a paradise, but there is a heaven, but nobody knows whether it is there or not. But what Kuvempu is saying, the same paradise what we are imagining, that is available or that is present on this world. If we open our eyes, if we learn to experience this beauty of nature, then we can enjoy what? The heaven on this earth. So dear students, what the poet is saying here, the poet is urges us to take note of nature as a dynamic entity. Nature as a dynamic entity. For him, heaven is not something beyond the boundaries of this world. Since the world, since whatever the heaven promises, that is all available on this earth, so we can say that it is what the heaven is present itself on this earth. Then here such as the splendor, the harvest, then the streams, then etc., the waves or the nature, all these things are available on this earth and they can create heaven on earth. Dear students, let me read the poem first and let us discuss about the poem. The poem goes like this. Heaven, if you are not here on earth, where else could you be? Heaven, if you are not here on earth, where else could you be? If we ourselves cannot be gods, then there can be no gods. If we ourselves aren't heavenly nymphs, then the nymphs are not elsewhere. While this roaring stream rushes fast, rolling surf at the edge of waves, the tender sunshine leans on verdant gardens, and then the gentle sun make this earth heaven. In the splendor of harvest and of moonlight, heaven lies all over. Imbibing and spilling the song of nectar, the poet creates heaven on earth. So here the poet is asking us to enjoy the heaven on this earth. And dear students, here God, heaven, paradise, heavenly nymphs, these are all the man's creations. These are all the man's creation and this is the imagination of man. And here on the earth you can find them everywhere. Okay, on this earth itself you can find this paradise, this heavenly nymphs, gods, etc. And also here what the poet suggests us is that we have to enjoy the nature. Along with the company of nature, we have to experience the divinity and then we have to enjoy this heavenly bliss on this earth with the company of nature. By imbibing or having or experiencing the divinity, we have to enjoy the heavenly bliss on this world along with the company of nature. And here the poet, he strongly believes that this heavenliness and this worldliness, they are not different. Okay, they are not different. Worshipping God or adoring God is nothing but worshipping nature. Why? Because what God promises, that nature gives us, right? What we are asking or what we are begging, what we are praying with God, all things are available on this earth itself, right? If we beg or if we pray for happiness, that we can get on this earth. If we pray for food, that we can get on this earth. Then what is the need of searching this unknown entity, isn't it? So here the poet is enlightening the minds of the reader to give importance for the earthly things, and also he is giving a call to the human beings or to the readers that here on this earth every human being must live at most and every human being must enjoy its life. Okay, every human being must enjoy their life on this earth. Then only it is the experience of heaven. How one can enjoy the life on this earth? So what is our imagination? If we go for heaven, there are God, goddesses, heavenly nymphs, and it's a place of full of happiness, full of bliss, full of enjoyment, etc. There is no stress, there is no difficulties, there is no hard work. These are the things or these are the imagination we believe that is available or it's present in the heaven, right? why can't we enjoy all this on this earth? Yes, we can. How? Here poet is giving a small gist, or he is giving that a guideline, or he is asking, or he is telling us, teaching us how to experience this heaven on this earth. And what is his question? Heaven, if you are not here on earth, where else could you be? If heaven is not here on this earth, if heaven is not, it is confined with the nature, then where else it can be? After the death, what happens? Who knows? Nobody has arisen, or nobody has come back and told us about the heaven, or after death what happens. Is there hell or heaven? Nobody has seen. So the poet is asking, you are here on this earth, heaven is here on this earth. Only it is the human beings, we have to understand that, and we have to experience that heaven. How can we experience the heaven on this earth? First he is saying, in the first stanza what he is saying, let us see. If we ourselves cannot be gods, then there can be no gods. We ourselves must be gods. How can we become God? What is God? When we know what is God, then why can't we become God? We know that we are the creation of God. He has created, or He has sent us with His shape and with His blood, everything we know. Then when we are the creatures of God, why can't we become God? How to become God? What we ask with God, personally or in a group, what we ask? We ask the peace, we ask brotherhood, we ask wealth, we ask money, we ask food, everything. Who can give us? If we only earn, then we can get that. Am I right? So here, not only earning, but also we have to practice to give also. To give whom? Those who are in needy. When we possess, we have to share with our friends, or with our surrounding, those who are in want of that. Then only we can become God. So if the person is asking God, God give me food, God will not come and give. It is we have to give. Those who have, those who possess. There is a saying, someone is suffering with the hunger not because God has not granted them the wealth or the food. It is we did not give them food, that's why they are hungry. Okay, so we can become God, or we ourselves can become God by doing all these good deeds. Good deeds. And there should be good intention behind these deeds. There should not be any selfish motive behind these deeds. Then only we can become a God. And we ourselves aren't heavenly nymphs. The nymphs are not elsewhere. If we ourselves aren't heavenly nymphs in the sense Apsarayaru, okay, the beautiful men or women, the nymphs are not elsewhere. If we ourselves doesn't become beautiful or handsome, there can be no handsome, or there can be no beautiful creatures we can find on this earth. Then how can we become beautiful? By doing makeup or by wearing a good dress? No. Through our nature, through our character, what are we doing? How are we behaving? Based on this, our beauty lies. And we have to learn to find the beauty in others too. How? Whether by looking at them? No. We have to respect, we have to identify the good deeds or good character or good behavior in around us, with the people. And then only we can become heavenly nymphs. That means here the stanza, what it suggests us? It suggests us we must become good. When I become good, then everyone will be good. When I becomes we, and if we are good, the whole society, the whole nature, the whole world will be good. The whole world will be filled with the gods and nymphs. How nice it is, right? If everywhere gods and nymphs are available, then how nice it is. The world will be the greatest and the happiest land on this or the happiest place on this universe, right? Yes, dear students, that is what Kuvempu is saying. If we ourselves cannot be gods, then there can be no gods. If we ourselves aren't heavenly nymphs, then the nymphs are not elsewhere. So first what he is saying, we ourselves become gods and nymphs. By imbibing and by practicing the good deeds, we can become gods and nymphs. The next stanza, what is he saying? While this roaring stream rushes fast, rolling surf at the edge of waves, the tender sunshine leans on verdant gardens, and then the gentle sun makes this heaven, makes this earth heaven. Dear students, we have to enjoy the nature of the beauty of nature. This nature is a beautiful place. You cannot find this much beautiful place anywhere. You cannot create anywhere. You cannot imagine also any beautiful place than this nature. How nature is beautiful. Once you look out, once you start enjoying by opening your inner eyes, as there is a saying, beauty lies in the beholder's eyes. So once you learn to enjoy the beauty of nature, definitely you will enjoy it at most. While this roaring stream rushes fast, it's the beauty of nature. It's an ornament to the nature. What is that? That the streams. The roaring stream rushes fast. Have you seen the rivers? Have you seen the falls? Have you seen the water on this landscape? Of course, this water itself that adds beauty to the nature. The roaring stream rushes fast. When the roaring stream making the noise, roaring, okay, roaring in the sense by making noise when the rivers or that stream rushes fast, rolling surf at the edge of waves. The surf is rolling at the edge of waves. Have you seen that foam that arises when this stream rushes, and when there is the waves of seas? You might have seen the beautiful foam that arises, and that adds the beauty to the sea, and also it adds beauty to the nature. Rolling surf at the edge of waves. We have to learn to enjoy these keen beautiful scenes. The tender sunshine leans on verdant gardens. Also, when there is a tender sunshine, when it leans on the verdant garden in the sense green with the grass or vegetation. It may be, you can call it as a forest, it can be call it as fields, it can be call it as agricultural fields, whatever it may be. Okay, when the tender sunshine falls on it, look at the beauty, how those leaves, how those branches are dancing, how those branches, leaves, flowers, fruits are looking beautiful with that tender sunshine. And the gentle sun make this earth heaven. When the gentle sun, he puts or he sends his beautiful rays or beautiful light on this earth, at that time this whole world, this whole nature look like the heaven. So who can make the earth heaven? Yes, the gentle sun can make this earth heaven. In the splendor of harvest and of moonlight, heaven lies all over. Imbibing and spilling the song of nectar, the poet thus creates heaven on earth. Dear students, what he is here, the poet is speaking about the harvest time. During the harvest time, the nature looks more beautiful. The harvest nature is a more beautiful one. You might have seen and you might have heard, you might have experienced the human in our culture, baby showering ceremony is there. Have you seen? Yes, at that time the pregnant woman is compared to what? To the nature. She was draped with the green sari and related colors to the nature. Why? She is compared to the nature. During the harvest time, the nature looks beautiful and the pregnant woman is also looks beautiful. So it is the pregnant woman is compared with the nature. And here the harvest time in the nature, harvest time, it's a beautiful time. You can see the fruits ripe everywhere and you can see the beautiful scenes in the nature, in the splendor of harvest and of moonlight. And during this harvest time, the moonlight that makes this heaven earth, heaven lies all over. When the moonlight falls on this harvest, on this earth, when it was during the harvest time, when the moonlight falls on this earth, it looks as if the heaven lies all over on this earth. And all these things, how can be explained to the reader? Everyone cannot experience this heaven on this earth unless one is suggested or one explains. Here the poet who is imbibing and spilling the song of nectar, the poet does create heaven on earth. Kuvempu, here the poet, he is experiencing this nature, he is experiencing the beauty of nature, and that is what imbibing, consuming and spilling the song of nectar, imbibing, experiencing and expressing. He is experiencing the beauty of nature and also he is explaining the beauty of nature to the reader. The song of nectar in the sense the beauty of the nature. The poet thus creates heaven on earth. By experiencing and expressing, the poet can create heaven on this earth. By writing about the nature, by explaining about the nature, the poet is creating heaven on this earth. So in the minds of the reader, in the minds of the people, the poet can create a heaven on this earth. So heaven is lies on this earth and we have to experience. Instead of searching the heaven in untold places or in imaginary places where we cannot reach, it is better to experience that heaven on this earth which is available for us free of cost. The nature is available for us for the free of cost, and this nature itself is helping us to feel and to create heaven on this earth. So the poet, as I said, the poet urges us to take note of the nature as a dynamic entity, and heaven is not beyond the boundaries of this world. So the earth itself possesses all that the heaven promises. Heaven is not beyond the boundaries of this earth. You cannot find anywhere beyond this earthly boundaries. Heaven is on earth and earth possesses all that heaven promises. Okay, heaven is on earth. Where is the heaven? Heaven is on earth. The stream, the waves, the splendor of harvest, the sunshine, the celestial eye, the moonlight, these are all the reflection of heaven. And heaven, God, nymphs, etc. are man's creation. You cannot find them anywhere else. You can enjoy this with the nature. All this you can enjoy with the nature. When the nature, if we want to worship God, here the poet is telling us you worship the nature, because God is in the form of nature. No need of worshipping any other things. If you worship nature, you will be as if you are worshipping it is as if you are worshipping the God. So dear students, this is the beautiful poem, and here we can learn that the nature which is around us, that is there for us, and we have the responsibility of protecting it, and we have to preserve it for the future generation. Dear students, it is our duty to protect and preserve the nature for ourselves and also for our future. So dear students, instead of searching or instead of having the dream of the heaven, it is better to live a heavenly life on this earth. We have to enjoy whatever the life comes, whatever comes in our life, we have to experience, we have to face that, and we have to try to create heaven on this earth. This is what Kuvempu he tries to say in his poem, and even we have to understand. Here is the Kannada version of the real version of the Kannada version of the poem, that is Swargave Bhumiyoliradiре Neenu by Kuvempu. Let me read that Kannada version. Swargave Bhumiyoliradire Neenu ಮೇನೆಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ನೀನಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ, ದೇವತೆಗಳು ನಾವಾಗಲಾರದಿರೆ ದೇವತೆಗಳು ಇನ್ನಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಪ್ಸರಿಯರು ನಾವಾಗಲಾರದಿರೆ ಅಪ್ಸರಿಯರು ಬೇರಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮೊರೆ ಮೊರೆಯುತ್ತ ಓಡುವ ಈ ತೊರೆಯಿರೆ ತೆರೆಗಳ ತುದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿರುಗುವ ನೊರೆಯಿರೆ, ಹಸುರು ಬನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೂಬಿಸಿಲೊರಗಿರೆ ಕೋಮಲ ರವಿ ಇರೆ ನಾಕವು ಈಧರೆ. So really this earth is what heaven or paradise. ಸುಗ್ಗಿಯ ಸೊಬಗಲಿ ತಿಂಗಳ ಬೆಳಕಲಿ ಸಗ್ಗವು ಬಿದ್ದಿರುವುದು ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ, ಕಬ್ಬಿಗ ನಿಂಚರ ಸೊದೆಯುಂಡು ಚೆಲ್ಲಿ ಸಗ್ಗವ ಮಾಳ್ಪನು ಈ ಭುವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಕಬ್ಬಿಗ in the sense the poet, ಸೊದೆಯುಂಡು ಚೆಲ್ಲಿ, that having the nectar, ಸಗ್ಗವ ಮಾಳ್ಪನು ಈ ಭುವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. Sagga in the sense the Swarga. So the poet can create the heaven on this earth by imbibing and spilling the song of nectar. The students, read this poem, enjoy this poem, and let us try to find, or let us try to enjoy the heavenly bliss on this earth itself. Thank you for watching.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.